Good morning, men. Us girls want to take this opportunity to thank the husbands and fathers in God's house today for all you mean to us. As Christ is the father to his people, so should you fill the role as father to your kids. It is hard to provide for your family while having to take the role as your children's spiritual leader and guide them in their walk with God. After a long, hard day at work, it is hard to still spend precious time with your children. Society's demands have changed over the last 2,000 years since Christ walked among us. And as your virtuous woman, we know that it is our Christian duty to submit and know our place as the helpers in your home. We feel that Father's Day of all days provides us with the opportunity to provide that help and have compiled a tribute to you that we hope will help you in your walk with your family. For starters, men, we as Christians look to the Lord as our personal Savior, a supernatural superhero, if you will. As a father, your children look upon you as their hero too, and their little eyes are always watching and their ears are always open. The Lord has sacrificed so much for us as His children. With life's busy schedule these days, one needs to try and make special time with your kids, no matter how demanding. This seems like a small sacrifice, but a tea party or helping them with a ballet lesson really goes a long way. A simple walk in the park is a memory that kids will look back on with fond memories in the future. These are just small examples of things that count for millions in a child's eye. Memories of time spent with Dad are so precious, and the time spent with your children are building blocks for the relationships they will have with their children in the future. We, as your dedicated wives, feel it's our honorable duty to remind you that as fathers, you have the huge responsibility of finding the balance between being a father to your kids and a good example as a husband and a partner to your wife. We hope that we can make this burden lighter in helping you find that balance. Here are some pointers to guide you. Men, this is a pan. It is important that your children know how it works. Apply heat by turning the knob on the stove clockwise before setting the pan down on the hot plate on the stove. The stove is the big square machine with a flat surface and circular switches on it with numbers ranging from 1 to 12, aligning each switch. This is where you apply the heat. Pans come in different shapes and sizes. The deeper bowls are also known as pots and can be used for holding larger quantities of food. We would like to introduce the toilet. We feel it is our duty to help you remember that the seat goes back down after usage, and the big brush next to it is something you scrub a toilet with in order to keep it clean. Remember, it's full of germs, so do not use it to scratch your back with, or use it for anything else but cleaning the toilet. What we have here is a vacuum cleaner. It plugs in at the wall. Simply push on the on button and it sucks up the dirt for you. You need to move the pole-looking device with the flat head back and forth in order for it to work correctly. Standing in the middle of the room and waiting for it to move around on its own is not going to happen. Not much longer now, men. Please pay attention. Introducing the mop. You hold the pole end of it in your hands and dip it into a bucket of hot soapy water before squeezing it out and wiping the floor with the white ropey end of it to get the desired effect. You may need to apply a bit of pressure for the tough spot. It is not very heavy and it's not used for anything else but as a cleaning device. A broom pretty much does the same thing. However, it does not require water and soap to carry out what it was made for. Used in the same way as a mop, you need to apply the brush side of it to the floor and sweep. This means brushing the crumbs and dusts up into one small pile. A smaller version of it comes in handy and is accompanied by a pan. This is used to collect the dirt once it's all been swept up. Guys, this here is a baby. It needs changing every now and again between feeds. A nappy is used to complete this process, and the kitchen tea towels won't do. Please remember to apply powder with each change to avoid nappy rash, so that the baby gets a comfortable sleep between feeds, birthing and changing. You will be required to help with this in order to be good examples and bond with the child. Here we have an iron. No, you can't touch the metal part while it's switched on because it is hot. And this also means that you can't leave it flying face down on your new shirt while going to grab a beer from the fridge to cool you off from the suffocating heat it releases. Please wait for a good 20 minutes in the summer or a good 5 minutes in the winter before packing it away, as it has a tendency to melt through its cord or any material placed next to it. This is the washing machine. No instructions are needed. Please call your wife for help. However, if the missus is not around, the washing can also be done by hand. This requires warm water, lots of soap and elbow grease. Once you have completed the washing, simply wring it out to get rid of excess water and shake out for a smooth, dry effect, and attach it to the washing line and secure it with little wooden blocks that were invented for our convenience. These are called pegs. These are called dirty dishes. You may recognize them from those meals we so lovingly prepare for you on a daily basis. They require cleaning every now and again. In order to do this, one applies soap to a sponge or a brush to scrub them with. No. Scrap that idea. Give the toilet brush a miss. Let's just stick to the sponge. This is a yellow squishy device with a rough green end for those tough spots. Gentlemen, last but not least, your body is your temple. It is imperative that you are good role models to your kids by exercising regularly and by eating the right foods. We, as your virtuous women, feel that this is the most important lesson of all, besides the ironing and the washing up. Vegetables, salads, and fruit are an important fuel for your body, and we all know how difficult it is to get the kids to eat them. We feel that as your helpers, we need to remind you that your kids don't do as you say, but rather do as you do. By maintaining a healthy lifestyle with a good amount of exercise, it is critical in being a good example to your children. Remember, you are what you eat, and in order to carry out your daily exercise and fitness programs, you will need to watch what you eat. Stay away from junk foods and disgusting habits, and remember to drink loads of water. We really hope that we have helped you on your path as we are required and have submitted to doing. So, from all of the girls at Grace Fellowship, we want to wish you a very, very happy Father's Day and really look forward to being of more help in the future. Happy Father's Day, guys!